just doing your own thing on your own, in the zone, and then all of a sudden, get out. There's a presence, something really horrible, and you just feel compelled to get the hell out of the room. I don't know if that's a very common thing or if it's just something that happened to me once or twice. My brother-in-law had the same thing, but he had a voice. I didn't hear a voice. The feeling was, get out. You must get out of this room. You've really unwelcome feeling of dread. And yeah, brother-in-law. So he was a kid in his house in the countryside. Doomsday Book, really old. And he heard a voice say, "Who's in this house?" Which to me is a bit odd, because in the Doomsday time they spoke Old English, didn't they? It's a bit more like German. I was just wondering, well, I always wondered what it was. I spoke to my mum about it and she said, "That's your imagination." And then I met my auntie, who was an evangelical person, and she said that experience that I had, it came out, was a demon. I said, "A demon?" "Yeah, a demon." And the other was like, "No, fallen angel, it's a fallen angel." I'm like, "A fallen angel is a demon?" Said, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right then." And they're invisible. Yep. And they're around us all the time, these fallen dark things. Yep. All right. They could see me have showers, and you know, I could see my little bits. A bit creepy, isn't it? Things that can watch you. And then these sort of things get me thinking, don't they? And I had to look into the Bible, and to be fair, every sort of angel, fallen or not, I don't think there are many fallen angels in this book anyway. They all are tangible. They eat food. They walk. They leave footprints. You can see them. You know. So I think they were a bit mistaken there, weren't they? The book that they believe in and that teaches them and informs them says otherwise. So what the fuck what was that? Maybe it was my imagination, and maybe my brother-in-law, maybe he was a little bit the same as me, or just told bullshit, I don't know. And it makes you wonder, what is an angel? What is an angel supposed to be? So I looked into the Bible, and yeah, they're tangible. Apart from the snake ones. Because you get snake angels with like many wings, 6 wings. And then there's the angels that are just all eyeballs, and they're stuck to like rings that spin around. And there are tons of angels, and they're all in there. I think they just make a little junk drawer. You can just put them all in the drawer that belongs to junk and just put them all in there, because angel A, B, C and D are all different. So that makes you think, well, what was that thing if it wasn't an angel? A fallen angel or a demon? If they're the same thing. Oh God, it's such a nightmare, isn't it? It's religion. It must be really difficult if you're a theological person and you're religious and you've got to remember all this and categorise all this nonsense. I mean, clearly they're wrong. Lucifer, for example, he fell from heaven, and is physical like me and you, is still walking the earth, literally. I suppose different churches have different ideas what they want to believe in. I think you do get evil spirits, like the spirits of the Nephilim. And the Nephilim, years ago in a book, there was a book called in the Dead Sea Scrolls, they have this, that there was a war in heaven, and a load of these angels came down, 200 of them came down to earth, and they married women, had children with women, and they ate, and they fought, and they taught humans these like really bad things they shouldn't do to corrupt them. And their children became giants, even though we found no skeletons of giants. And they were later adopted as angels as well. I mean, I'd imagine they did that. It seems like they sort of, it seems as if from one book to the next of all the writing that they did, they sort of interpreted each other's ideas and and came up with their own ideas of what an angel should be. Yes, it's hard to believe. I find it hard to believe. I can't do religion. I wish I could. But I do fascinate over it. Anyway, so these things come down and they breed with human women and make giants, which, whoa, you know what I mean, and have massive babies. Men of renown, men of the past ages. If you're reading something that's like pagan and stuff like that, and you've got the lens of a monotheistic person with one God, you're going to sort of interpret it your own way. So there's another load of ideas of what an angel is, or a fallen god, or a Apkallu, Igigi. Like, those are the names that they used for some of these ancient Sumerian deities. And it makes you think, maybe the entire chest is full of drawers, and it's all theology, and it's all just a junk drawer. All of the drawers are junk drawers. That's probably why I can't make sense out of any of it. But if I was to be honest, and I tried to put my own understanding on this and my own interpretation of it, I'd say it was cavemen. I'd say the angels that we call angels now, I would say they were cavemen, but I can't go into that next. That's another video, that is.